Because that takes a lot for you to know somebody do not like you, smile in your face every day and still keep your cool, like everything gooch.
Jimmy on the track, so you know it's lit.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Chit Chat with Brit Brand. I am Brit Brand, and of course you're gonna chat. If you're new to my channel, just want to say hey. You could have clicked anywhere else, but you decided to click here, and for that I love you. If you're a returner, you already know the love will always be real, and I'm grateful and thankful for you. Okay, y'all, so as y'all can see down below, this gonna be the story time about the time I had a hating ass manager. If y'all saw the story time, but if you didn't, you should definitely check it out, about the time that I had a manager who tried to get me fired, but she got fired 10 minutes before I did. Like, no lie. I was walking out as I was coming to work, walking in. We already wasn't talking, so we saw each other. It was like a, like, what are you looking at me for type situation. She went about her day. I'm thinking she's going to the bank. They call me in there. As soon as I walk in, I get fired. I thought she was on her way to the bank while I was getting fired, but really she had got fired 10 minutes before me. But you see how the devil be working, and you see how that God always had to show you. It was kind of, you know, eye-opening, because it was a situation where, like, Brittany, you were supposed to leave that place. It was one of those places where you just come in, get your feet wet, you know what I'm saying, and then you do what you gotta do, and you move on to bigger and better. So that's the type of atmosphere that I was dealing with. Working with her was a real toxic, and if you've ever worked in that situation, it is better to just walk away. So, miss, you want this job so bad, miss, keep it. It is yours. But if you didn't, I'm gonna make sure I put it in my description box so you guys can check that story time out, just because God works in mysterious ways, and like, it just left room for me to just do bigger and better. I like the job. That's probably why I stayed so long, and it came with a lot of great perks, so I really was like overstaying my welcome with that shit, just because it came with so many good perks. And like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's your business. Okay. Came into the store as assistant manager. Basically, they told me that they wanted me to go to that store to just bring up the numbers and just run it up. When I first got there, we actually worked really well. Like, we already had a mutual friend. So it just worked out, and we just worked well in the beginning. But then I started to realize that we only work well if I cannot, or if I do not voice my opinions or give my 2 cents or call stuff out that, like, I wasn't trained, like, not even on some I wasn't trained that way. That's not the policy. Like, you bending and folding for who you want. Like, you, no, I'm not going down because that's the way you want to do things in your store, and that's not company's policy. I don't really know the real reason of why I got fired. My letter had 1 sentence on it. What's it called? When you get fired letter, that letter got, the termination letter, excuse me, when you get fired letter. The termination letter had 1 sentence on it. You know, she's asked me like some things that I see or that we need, or do I, you know, just asking me my opinion. And at the time we needed more people. Like, if we want to get things done for real, and have things together and all sections covered, we're gonna need more people. And just coincidentally, I had somebody who needed a job. Now, you know, I already told y'all already know that you have to know how to play the game. So of course I didn't go in there like, oh well, I have somebody who needs a job, like whatever. I was just, you know, I put it in her ear first that we're gonna need more people. Wait, I'll fix this. That's gonna blow line. At the time I did have a boo who, he already had a night job, but he wanted like a daytime job just because he worked at night, but he's still up in the day, so whatever, he wanted a daytime job. But I let her know that my cousin worked with people who, you know, didn't mind this type of work, working on the floor and like taking out the garbage, cleaning the back, like different things around the store that girls are probably not gonna want to do. Anyway, so I knew that my boo wanted a job, needed a job at the time. He didn't even need a job, like I said. He worked overnight. And at first, I did not even want him in my store, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I did not want him in my store just because that's too close to home. Like, I'm not gonna say I can't do nothing, but y'all, it's just too close to home. Like, I'm gonna see you in the nighttime, and then I'm gonna see you at work, and then I'm gonna see you if we not talking. I'm gonna see you, like, we gotta keep it cute because I'm still at work and I'm still managing. Like, so it just had to be that level of, you know, boom. He comes to the store, and you know the saying, don't ever judge a book by its cover? Well, he's a prime example of that. Like, looking at him, you wouldn't even think, like, nah, I'm probably not gonna hire him, just because he looked a little rough around the edges. Yeah, so you thinking whatever as soon as you see him, I'm not gonna hire him, whatever. Little did she know, first of all, when he came in, like I said, we didn't know each other. As far as I knew, I didn't even know him. My cousin put him onto the job. He came in to fill out an application to see if he could get the job. He came, did the application, and like I said, she was like, oh, I don't know, giving all these type of excuses because he looked a little rough around the edges, and he looked mean, and he looked this, and he looked that, and oh, I don't know, because and oh, it all these excuses at first, boom. But she did like the fact that when he came into the job, he was able to fill out the whole application and he didn't ask any questions. When you fill out your application and you go to the tax section, a lot of people sometimes have questions. If you read it, you would understand it, and that's part of the things of when you look for the job. So they're going back and forth in the interview. I'm just sitting there quiet because I'm letting her run the show. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to play the game. When you're dealing with a person who's so like hungry on attention and so hungry on, I want to be the first because I'm the manager and I want to be the first, and when a person like that, you got to let them put their own foot in their mouth and do what they do and let them feel like they're running the show. So yeah, I sat there quiet for the interview. The interview went really well. He held his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no, listen, to her knowledge, we didn't know each other. Boom. So when it came down to hiring, at first she was like, oh, whatever, like, I'm not too sure, whatever. I said, well, give him a try. You ain't even give him a try, girl. Like, dang, like, let's just see. You never know. He might come and blow us out the water. So she was like, okay. And like I said, when Sir came to work for the store, Sir blew us out the water. The wooza. Number one, I ain't expect him to really be a hard worker like that. Like, this man made working look easy. Like, I mean, I knew he, he's OCD and everything got to be particular and everything. And he was a super neat freak. And like, I knew all of that stuff at home. But like, I mean, I know that stuff comes with you too. But like, I didn't expect him really to dead ass be on his work and shit. I'm not even gonna lie. And it was to the point where, even she started to notice. And she was just like, you're so good, whatever. Now, this manager, she was very, very flirtatious, guys. Very flirtatious. To the point of, miss, when I got there, I think it was like, she was already on dude number 3, like, around the way. So, like, I mean, listen, one thing I could give, Shorty did a lot of flirting and talked to a lot of people. But Shorty only messed with dudes that had money. Like, not even had money, just... what you doing? Like, is you getting me lunch? Is you know what I'm saying? I'm not even mad at that, miss. I'm just not. I'm not. But like I said, there started to be times where I fake was peeping, like she was like flirting with him. And miss, we are at work. See, this is no. We are at work. Now, if you're going to mess with people, customers, even that's definitely too close to home. Customers or other managers in like neighboring stores, do your thing, miss. You feel what I'm saying? But the people that you work with, unless... I can't even talk. Maybe that will be another story time because I've done it before, but I kept it cute and nobody knew. You understand? And the person knew what was up. You feel me? We kept it cute. You feel what I'm saying? When it start getting sloppy, that's when I don't know. But I'm just saying. Not even the fact that like her flirting with dude, because like I said, I know how to play the game. Something could get under my skin so bad, y'all. You're never going to see it. You're not going to see it. I'm not going to show you. So like I said, it was this one time we were like doing something. It was like 3 of us. He was doing something and us 2 were standing by like next to him talking, but like all 3 of us was in a conversation, but he was like working while he was talking. So like, we're talking or whatever, and like she did some kind of move or something where like she showed him her belly button, and like it was just an awkward situation. Like, whoa, miss, what do you know? Mind you, she's way older than me. Like, miss, what? Are you serious right now? And she was like, no, because it don't look that bad, right? So, showing her belly button or whatever. Listen, I don't care. I mean, I'm not going to walk around showing my belly button just because I ain't trying to scare nobody. But I just don't think that's things that the manager should be doing at work. So even he was caught off guard. And then, like, he's so dumb. He going to say, oh, come on, miss. Come on. Mind you, they probably neck and neck almost. Oh, no, she was older than him, too. Yeah, she was older than him too. But, and I'm about to say, they're probably neck and neck age, but nah, she was older than him too. So, and he was older than me. So, like, what? So he was like, come on, miss, we at work. Called her right out just being stupid. Now, I ain't gonna get big-headed like he did that because I was standing there. I don't know. And I don't think it's even that serious. But it still was on some, miss, what are you doing? And then I said, what are you doing? Put that away. Oh, mind you, we already knew how homegirl got down. Boom. Going back to him being a great worker, whatever case may be, like I said, I cannot take that away from him. He's a dickhead in real life, but in afterlife, in work life, he was good job. One day, I don't think I came to work that day. Maybe I was off that day. But that night, we were gonna see each other. So we had met up that night, and me and him was talking, and he was like, yo, I got something to tell you, and I don't want you to black, but I don't want to not tell you, because we just don't get this shit out the way just because, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I'm like, uh-oh, what happened? I'm thinking it's between me and him. Like, what happened? Because at this time we not even beefing for real. We probably had like a clash or two, but me and her is not beefing to the point where she had to do this or violate me like this, you feel me? So I'm like, what happened? And I was like, it's something bad. And he was like, it's nothing bad, but it's whatever. I'm just, you know, me and homegirl talking about the manager. We closed the store, whatever. You know, me and her was talking. She was just saying how, you know, she likes the fact that I'm a hard worker and that she could really see him being other than the floor person, like being someone who moves up for growth, like who moves up in a company, like even become a manager somewhere or assistant manager somewhere, or just doing something other than doing whatever on the floor. And I was like, okay, that's what's up. I said, you know, I agree. Like I'm still lost for words how you came and just blew me out the water about how hard you work. Like, that's what's up. Okay, so what happened? She about to make something happen for you? Like, what's up? Like, she's talking this big talk. Like, what happened? Like, he's not gossiping because he's not the type, but it was on some, I can't not say nothing and we with each other all the time. I can't not say nothing and I'm in your face. You feel what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, so basically she wants me to, you know, really think about becoming her assistant manager. And so I was taken aback because I was like, what you mean becoming her assistant manager? He was like on some, she said to me straight and plain, if I'm with it, she will get me out and put him in. So basically he just wanted me to know because, first of all, he had a real job. Like, he was like, first of all, I don't even want this job like that. That's number one. Number two, I only came to represent because you put me on. I'm not gonna have your name looking crazy. And number three, how I look trying to take your job after you don't put me on. And number four, she's smiling her face all crazy. Just be careful. Watch out for shorty. That's it. Like, that's not your friend. Because clearly the conversation that we had and me keeping it cool, because, you know what I'm saying, that's not your friend. And the way she be in your face smiling and getting you lunch and ha 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 and ta ta ta, that's not your people. So just keep your eyes open. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I said, he don't do the whole talking and blah 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 blah. He is the type, if he really didn't care about the job or whatever, he would have called her out right there on the spot. Like, not even trying to be funny. Called her straight out. Like, miss, you're doing too much. But you gotta know how to play the game. So he kept it cute and came back and told me. And I was like, for real? Because that hurt my feelings. Like, miss. And mind you, this is before she got me fired. This is like, because by the time she had got me fired, we was butting head. Like I said, when I walked into the store, what are you looking at me for? Because as I was walking in, she was walking out. So when I was walking in, she was looking at me like with this pitiful look, like as if I did something to her, but like just sad, not mad, but like real, like down. And I'm looking at her like, what are you looking at me for? Thinking that she was going to the bank, not knowing that she had just got fired. You feel what I'm saying? So by this time we was already clashing, not talking. I don't know nothing about the lady now, she don't know nothing about me, all of that stuff from then. But the fact of homie came and told me that, I was like, what? And he was like, listen, don't go in there acting stupid tomorrow, because he know me too. Like, don't go in there acting stupid tomorrow, trying to black, trying to do it. I said, nah, it's cool, I got this. So he was like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, I got this, not a problem. So what did I do? I came to work the next day on my, because I ain't gonna front. I probably, I probably was, with the lateness, I probably was like a little bit late sometimes, but I made sure from then on I was on top of my shit. I didn't come acting funny. I still played the game, you know what I'm saying? She still and tried to ha and girl and laugh in my face, and we the best of friends. And before I really got to see her for who she was, my eyes was open. Like, he really put me on. Like, I really didn't even take her to be that type of female, let alone that's how you moving, man. A couple months after the fact, like after he told me, after whatever, when I finally did get fired and all that stuff, and I was like giving myself self-pity because, oh my God, I got fired. I never got fired before. Not even the fact that I missed the job, because I didn't. It's just the fact that I've never gotten fired before, and I felt like an ultimate failure. But you know how many people got fired in this world and are doing great in this world today? A lot. So what are you crying for? Before then, he was telling me like, yo, I really commend you. Like, I told you months ago what was going on. You really came in on your shit. You make sure your shit together. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was already going on interviews. I was doing all of that stuff. And he was like, you really could have went and came in the next day, started acting stupid, but you really sat. I'm like, yes, because I know how to play the game. You're not going to come in and start wilding out. Then make it hot that me and you be having private pillow talks. You feel what I'm saying? So, no, I got this. As long as you know how to play, I know how to play too, boo. That was that. And like I said, the opportunity came when, you know, the supervisor, the head big boss called me to the main office, and he was like, listen, we know some stuff is going on over there. And all we need is for you to verify and say that stuff is going on. You feel what I'm saying? And you could be head of the store. So what's happening? And I looked at him and said, I don't know nothing that's going on in that store that you're talking about. Like, I can only attest on what I'm doing and making sure what I'm doing is the correct thing. I haven't seen anything, and I could have violated her from there, but I'm not that type of person. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to go out my way to try to violate unless you try to violate me, and then that's different. But other than that, it's never that serious, baby. It's not. But that's my story time about the time that I had a hating ass manager. It's a thing. But you got to know how to play the game with hating ass managers, with hating friends, with hating boyfriends. And boys sometimes be in competition with their own girlfriend. How is that a thing? Because I went through that too. So that's the thing. Y'all gotta pay attention. But regardless of the fact, don't let them emotions take over so hard that you don't know how to play the game. Because you got to always know how to play the game. Okay? Until next time, guys. Bye.
Jimmy on the track, so you know.